Hello, 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 and welcome to Caramel and Coconut Tarot. Now, this is a reading for the sun sign that is, wait for it, Leo. There was a pause for a reason, Leo. It's Spirit's way of letting you know you kind of need to take a beat, which basically means pause, yeah? You need to kind of take it down a notch in your energy on some level because you've been, let's say, full speed ahead, okay? But let me rewind slightly. This is a reading for Leo, okay? The sun sign that is Leo. And it's for the period that falls on May 8th through till May 21st, 2023, okay? So it's from May 8th all the way through till May 21st, 2023, and it's for the sun sign of Leo. Myself and my guides and angels have specifically focused on sun signs to make it somewhat simpler for those that don't quite understand their placements, their birth chart placements. Like a lot of people don't understand how to calculate their moon sign, their rising sign, or their Venus sign, and so I've just decided, let's keep it simple. Majority of people know what their sun sign is. This is for Leos. For example, if you're born sometime in August, late July, August, you're a Leo, okay? You can double check the dates just by Googling it, just type in your birthday on Google, literally, it'll probably pop up, okay? All right, so what I am going to do now is give you a brief intro into, and I've been doing this for most of the readings, I'm going to give you a brief intro into how general readings work, because many people get confused and are curious as to how general readings work. It's like, how do I, sitting here as one person, with guides and angels, deliver a reading to approximately 8 billion people on the planet? Well, it's very simple, actually. Basically, firstly, this is a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everybody. However, well, it might do, but it probably won't. I basically I tune into the energy of, for now it's Leo sun, because that's the reading I'm doing. So that all the Leo sun signs out there, I choose into the kind of bigger spectrum, if you like, the macro energy, and then I deliver a message and I tune into the important messages that Spirit want to bring through for a certain time period. And then basically you as a soul, a co-creator, you then allow your soul to interpret the message how you're supposed to hear it. Very simple, very simple. We're all interconnected. It's a bit like when you have 7 people in a room, right? And if one person stands up and delivers a speech, the other 6 people listening are probably going to hear it in different ways because they're on their own unique individual journeys, right? We all are, okay? And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, okay? It goes through the filter, the filters that we have within our multidimensional self, okay, because we are multidimensional beings, and then it comes through into the form of a message, let's say. That's just a simplified way of explaining it. And the filter is, I guess, what I would call your somewhat shadow side in relation to your conscious side. So for me, I simplify the energy system like we are basically made up of dark and light, let's say, which is basically shadow being all the stuff that you are trying to release from your life, like stress and anxiety and fear and pain and worries, some of you think you're not trying to release those things, but that's actually what's going on through your journey of life, FYI. However, don't take my word for it. That's what I know to be true, but you can research that if you so choose. Your soul will guide you to understand what you need to understand, okay? And then you have the conscious side. So you've got the shadow side and the conscious side, which is all the kind of lovely stuff that you would want to be part of. Let's say, the peace, the joy, the more harmonious vibrations, let's say, yeah? The love. Okay, to simplify. All right, so yeah, so your soul aspect of self, the conscious aspect of self, will interpret the message in order to guide you through your journey, okay? So basically, hear the message and then interpret it in such a way that it says, okay, he's saying, me, is saying, you went to the shops last week, and you hear it as, I must go shopping weekly. Simple. You've reinterpreted my message, okay? Or I may say blue and you may hear black. It actually can work as blatant as that, as literal as that. Now, it may sound a bit crazy, like, does it really work like that? Yes, it does. In simple terms, it does. It's no different. Let me give you another example, Leo, okay? It's no different to how we experience time. You may be sitting at the bus stop, all right? And you may meet someone sitting at the bus stop with you. And you speak for 10 minutes. And for you, that 10 minutes felt like 1 hour. But for the other person, that 10 minutes went like a flash. It felt like a minute. So you both experienced time in a completely different way. Just like those 7 people in a room have experienced those 6 people in a room, have experienced the one person speaking, the 7th person. They've experienced their speech delivery in a completely unique way. Maybe there are some similarities in how they've heard it, but that's just how it works. That is the nature of energy. Okay? And yes, this can be a little bit controversial for some, because the many readers out there in the kind of spiritual community say, well, tarot readers in particular, they often say, don't try and make the readings fit, because then maybe it's just not for you. Yeah, there's some truth in that. Maybe the readings aren't for you. And it's like, it's up to you how much you make the reading fit, because sometimes it just doesn't fit. It's like, nah, not getting this. But to be honest, there is an element of making it fit. Your soul is kind of guiding you in that way. It is kind of making it fit in some way or form. Yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail how that works. And there's a reason why. It's basically to support you on your journey, to give you kind of a cushion of support, via a message, to support you through your journey if need be. That's the simplest explanation that I can come up with right now. Anyway, I hope that helps. Bit of a long intro, but I'm going to jump straight into the reading for this fortnightly read for Leo sun signs. Well, as you can see on the screen, I've got 3 cards. On the left, we have the moon card. In the center, we have the 5 of swords. And on the right-hand side, we have the 5 of pentacles. Okay, so we've got 3 cards. Yep, we've got 3 cards. And basically, if I zoom out, which I'm being drawn to do now, the energy that I'm getting from the cards is, like I said at the beginning, you need to pause. Yeah, there's a sense of you really need to pause, because you've just been like really, really kind of pushing yourselves quite a lot. So you're being encouraged just to take a moment. And if you look at the 5 of Pentacles over there, the little dude in the back walking behind the lady, he doesn't look too good. All right, he's kind of limping with crutches, and she doesn't look too good either on some levels. They look kind of fatigued. That's what I'm getting. You're feeling very fatigued. So as much as you can, you kind of need to, I want to say rest, but rest doesn't mean you have to lie down and sleep. It just means do things at a slightly different pace, maybe. Yeah, take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush around. Leos, you have that fire in you, and you always feel like you have to do everything speedy, speedy, speedy. But actually, look at the moon card over here on the left. Yeah, you've got this pathway. You've got this scorpion coming out of the pool of water, going down this pathway. Now, the scorpion's going to take quite a while to get to the other end. All right, if he makes it past the wolves, that is. But imagine the scorpion having to walk down this path. It's going to take quite a while, and it could be quite a nice little walk. So be like the scorpion. Take a nice, gentle walk, okay, through the valley as opposed to a jog or a sprint, because it feels like you've been sprinting. Right, you've been sprinting. And if we look at the Five of Swords in the middle, there's five often, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, they can often represent kind of combative energy. And it feels like there's a battle going on within you because you're finding it hard to sit down. Yeah, it's very tough for a lot of Leos actually just to settle. Okay, because you have such an explosive energy. Not all of you, it depends on your placements. This is specifically for Leo sun signs, but it really depends on your placements. But a lot of you have very explosive energy, and you kind of don't know how to kind of somewhat hone that in sometimes, because it really will behoove you to hone it in. Okay, it will really serve you well to hone that energy in and focus it in a bit more kind of somewhat relaxed way. Yeah, I mean, don't tie your hands down too much, because I know it's hard. It's going to be hard for you, Leo. It's like you're going to feel like a muzzled dog, you know. There's no need to go that far, but well, some of you maybe you need to really, really chill. But for others of you, it's Spirit aren't saying you need to kind of completely muzzle yourself, but do tone it down a little bit for your own well-being. Yeah, you kind of need to get into the flow of the moon, if you like. Yeah. If you look at the moon card, right, and we've just come off the back, if you're listening to this reading after the 8th of, or after the 5th of May, because it's for the time period 8th of May to the 21st of May, but if you're listening to it at that point after the 5th of May, or actually around between the 4th and the 6th, because the point I'm making is that there's a full moon between, depending on where you're located geographically, approximately somewhere between the 4th and the 6th, there's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Yeah, and Scorpio is a water sign. Okay, so this moon, you're really getting kind of, I guess, a connection with this moon energy. All right, I feel some of you may have been hit quite hard already to some degree, and it's almost like you're kind of being wound down, yeah, in preparation to wind up again. So don't worry, Leo, you'll get to move again. All right, but you need to chill. You need to, you need to take this time just to kind of put things in order. Make sure that take inventory on your life is basically what they're saying. Use this time to take inventory, let's say, in different aspects of your life. Okay, but the Five of Swords is kind of like reflecting a battle within. And if you notice the character in the forefront of the card, of the center card, is the Five of Swords. I realize you don't have the labels of the cards, but the center card is the Five of Swords, with the person in green looking back, and it's almost like looking back at all iterations of himself or herself or themselves and what they've been through. Okay. It's almost like they're on the battlefield all by themselves, and they're thinking, oh my God, was that me the other day? Was that me also the other day? Yep, it was. Okay, and the green that he's wearing is almost like Spirit's message, or they're pointing it out to me, saying, look, this is the healing now, healing time. Okay, this is what we want you to do. It's just representative of good health. So it's like drawing you back to focus on good health, which will really help if you rest, yeah, and really be encouraged, if you rest a little more, and start to embrace more rest. So what else am I picking up, Spirit, for? What do we have for Leo suns? Leo suns. Fixing things. I'm seeing fixing things. Give me more, Spirit, give me more. Okay, they're saying you may have things to fix. Okay, so I guess, yeah, it's a great time if you've got any broken things around the house or whatever, in your surroundings. It's a good time to start fixing them. Maybe you have a piece of underwear. I don't know why they said that. Well, I said it, but they said it. Spirit said it. Underwear or a sweater or something. I'm using sweater to kind of deviate away from the underwear, but actually they mean underwear. If you want to mend some old underwear or something, like sew it because there's holes in it, do that. That's what they're saying. Use this time for mending clothing. Okay, A great time for mending clothing, and it will really kind of soothe you to some degree, knowing that you're still active, but you're a bit more chilled because you're just doing a little bit of sewing here and there and fixing other things that you may need to fix. Okay, yeah, that just came in. Quite a specific message. What else? What else? What else? The stars are aligning is what I'm getting. They're saying the stars are aligning. What do you mean by that, Spirit? What do you mean by that? I'm focusing on the moon card and I'm looking at the sun. Sorry, the moon and the stars. Yeah, just below the moon. And basically what they're saying is that, you know, there's a time and a place for everything. Yeah, the stars are aligning. So sometimes you may want certain things to come into manifestation in an instant. Like you want everything, every box to be ticked, everything to be in order. But it's not going to happen that way. Yeah, it's not going to happen at the time that you want it to happen. It's going to happen at the time that it needs to happen. And that's why they're just using the kind of, oh, you know, this, they're just sharing this idea that the stars are aligning. And all they mean by that is almost like a metaphor, if you like, for anything that needs to come into your life will come in the right time, Leo. Because sometimes you can get impatient and you want things now. But nope, the universe doesn't work at your beck and call. It doesn't work that way. You may think it does. You can keep, you know, pushing that narrative, but you'll see. You'll see at times when the universe actually lets you know very clearly, no. That's not what's going on here, you know. Everything will come in good time when it needs to. Yeah, because as you know, Leo, life can be complex at times, all right? And Spirit are basically letting you know that yes, we hear what you want and what you think you need, but we truly do know what you need. Your soul knows exactly what you need, and it will come if it's meant to be in your life. All right? So quit pushing is what they're saying, and they're laughing. All right. Yeah. What else am I getting? A feeling of lack, actually. I'm feeling, yeah, from the Five of Pentacles. It's quite a common sentiment, that this card. It's quite a traditional sentiment as well from the Five of Pentacles, which is the card on the right-hand side. These two beings, you know, underneath the stained glass window, just walking in the snow, looking very lame, you know, feeling very poor. They've only got 5 coins, 5 pentacles. Give me more, give me more, give me more, please, universe, is the kind of energy that I'm getting from, because there's a feeling of lack. There's a feeling of lack with some Leos, not all, but some Leos. But do you know what? There's also a sense of greed coming in. I'm sorry to say, sometimes I can't sugarcoat things, but Spirit are just saying, say it as it is. There's a sense of greed coming in. It's like sometimes you think you need something and you want more than you actually need. Because you know why? You're thinking so far ahead. You're thinking like years and years ahead. And you're trying to plan. It's almost like you're trying to take out an insurance policy in every given moment for every given moment. But Spirit are saying the universe doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, okay? Because sometimes limitation is a virtue. What I mean by that is simply that it can be your protection. Sometimes if you have too much money, you're then, you know, you're out there thinking, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do. And then you know what's going to do? You're not going to rest. All right, because you've got too much money and you're spending it, and you know your energy is just dissipating all over the place. So sometimes limitation is good, and in truth you have more than enough money anyway for what you need to do, Leo. And this is for quite a few of you, actually. Yeah, it's actually for quite a few of you. That's the message that I'm getting, is that, you know, quit being greedy, Leo. They're being quite direct. You have more than enough, even though you feel lack. Now that's a valid feeling, but it's a feeling that you're releasing in your energy system. Okay, you often face certain feelings of that bring themselves up again and again and again, and they're just showing their faces, rearing their quote-unquote ugly heads to be released. And we often release energies through embodiment, through actually letting it be in our system and then giving it time, and then it releases. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on here. Yes, you're feeling lack, but it doesn't mean you're actually lacking. Did you get that? Good. All right. Oh, what else do we have? Okay, I just tuned into the rain because it's raining here right now. And actually, there's a reason why I'm tuning into the rain. sadness. This is actually quite a specific reading. I just want to give you a hug. There's a sense of sadness. Someone's feeling, yeah. I mean, the tears are reflective of emotion. The rain is the rain outside that I'm hearing is kind of mirroring the image of tears in my mind's eye right now. And that's the message that's coming through, okay? The universe often uses my surroundings when I'm reading to kind of bring messages through. So I literally just tuned in very clearly to the rain. Very clearly to the rain outside. But yeah, I'm feeling there's a bit of depression, and that's okay. It's like you're feeling it to release it, okay? You can't fight everything. You can't always be, I know you like to be like Hercules, strong, but you can't. Depression is literally, it's like if you look at the word depression, you're kind of depressing those buttons that have suppressed those emotions. Yeah, depress. Okay? Little play on words, that can be helpful sometimes when you acknowledge, when you're faced with things like depression. Okay? That's what's happening. You're kind of depressing those suppressed emotions, yeah, and allowing them to be released, if you like. So yeah, there's a bit of a lull. You kind of just see someone sitting there with like their favorite blanket around their shoulders, just kind of, frown face, kind of shoulders bent forward and just slouched. A bit like the lady actually in the Five of Pentacles in front. She's kind of like, but sat down in a kind of a chair or, and just, yeah, or cross-legged on the floor on a whatever you're on, but on a surface, and just, yeah, not feeling too good. Basically, okay, feeling a bit, just feeling there's a sense of sadness and depression, but it's okay. I'm not, again, a quick disclaimer, because I'm on YouTube, I can't, I'm not giving you medical advice. If you're truly depressed, go and seek professional help if you so choose to. That's your choice. You discern, listen to your soul and your inner guidance as to what to do. So if you need to seek out professional help, go for it. But I'm just here on YouTube as a reader, and we have to, as readers, tarot readers, channels, we have to give, we have to provide disclaimers to say that, look, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, as stated in the description, okay? So yeah, that's just the YouTube rules, not my rules. Because if it were my rules, I wouldn't put that disclaimer, but hey, because these messages are very powerful, but I must respect, and I do respect, YouTube's platform and YouTube's rules, okay? So yeah, if you need, to seek professional guidance, go for it. What else? So yeah, big hug for those that are feeling slightly down. Big hug from us here on the channel, Caramel and Coconut Tarot, okay? Maybe go and get yourself some caramel, and maybe even some coconuts. Or just a chocolate bar will do. What else am I picking up for the Leo sun signs? Leo sun. Meditation. Wow. It's funny because as I chanted that Leo sun, it was just like almost like a message basically saying, kind of, subliminal message, if you like, or a covert message of saying, a bit like chanting. Yeah, do some meditation, just a little bit. Research different meditations. It could be a walking meditation, an active meditation, not too active though, because you need to chill out a little bit, Leo. But it could be a movement meditation where you just move around a little bit in your room or wherever you are in your house, or outside in your garden if you've got a garden, or go to a park, whatever you need to do. But a walk will be fine. A walking meditation. Just go for a nice stroll. And as you're strolling, just maybe count. Just count. Yeah, 1 banana, 2 bananas, 3 bananas, 4 bananas. Okay, just for fun. Make it fun. It doesn't have to be bananas. It can be anything. But just create a meditation for yourself, I guess, is the point Spirit are trying to make. Meditation, sometimes we often think, oh, it needs to be me sat in a lotus position, and my ankles are going to hurt, and I'm trying to clear my mind, but every thought that I didn't want is filtering into my mind, and now I'm even more confused, and then I don't have a gong, so I can't start and stop my meditation, or I don't have a singing bowl or a Tibetan Buddhist singing bowl or anything like that. You don't need it. Make up your own little meditation. All right, just listen to some music, sit down, and just be with the music for a moment. Simple as. Or take a few breaths. Yeah, but they're just saying, or just close your eyes and just allow visions to come by. Simple things, really simple things. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying. Meditation might really help you, just kind of, and even the research into meditation, just a little bit. Go on Google and think, or YouTube, and just type in a meditation practices on different simple. Just type in simple meditation for beginners on a channel and try that. I mean, you'll probably, the first thing that will probably pop up is someone sitting cross-legged with, asking you to somewhat calm your mind, deep breathe, but so you may come across that, but you don't have to do those ones, okay? But do some research, because that could be fun too, and it will just open up your scope of understanding, different kind of, let's say, spiritual practices, if you're not into that already, Leos. All right, so anything else? I realize I'm speaking pretty quickly. That's by design. It just is how the energy is coming forward. I've actually been speaking quickly on most of the readings so far, which is interesting and kind of fun as well, actually, because sometimes I can speak super slowly. But it's just called for at this moment. The energy is like poof, out there right now, and I'm on hyperdrive. But you, Leos, should not be on hyperdrive. You need to be winding it back, okay? Just calming it down, slowing things down. Take a beat, take a moment. All right, let's sum up now, because we've got these 3 cards. Let's put them all together and close my eyes and see what do we have for the final messages for Leo. All right, Leo is saying, Spirit is saying, on the whole, Leo, firstly, they're congratulating you. You've been doing some wonderful work, even though you don't feel like you have. And what I mean by that, and what they mean by that, is internal work, because whether you know it or not, you're on a healing journey. Life is a lot about healing. And that may sound a bit strange for some of you. You're thinking, what? I'm not healing. I'm just, going to the movies. I'm eating food. I'm playing with my friends. I'm going out drinking. But actually, the underlying reason of why you're doing what you're doing is very much connected to becoming more whole within yourself, whether you know it or not. Okay? And I know many of you think, what, even drinking on a Friday night? In some way, yes, but I won't go into the depth of how that works, okay? All right. Let's just say there's a method to the madness, and as you probably would agree, is that we're here on this planet, and many of you may ask that question, why are we here? All right. Now that was just a little insight of why we're here. Healing, okay? So we can become more complete. Now, I just felt to share that with you. It just came through in your message. So, it's out there now. Anything else? No. Spirit is saying that's pretty much it. So they're saying, pause, rest when you can, and just trust that you are divinely guided. Okay? And that word divine can scare some of you. So I'm going to use the word lovingly guided. All right? You're lovingly guided, even if you may not always feel that way. Spirit are with you. Okay? All right. Take care. Peace out.